Okay, so I'd like to set the record straight because apparently there's been a lot of shit talking going around and a lot of hearsay that is definitely untrue. First of all, I did not get my ass kicked the other night. Okay. Second of all, Walton did not beat anybody's ass. My boyfriend did not get his ass kicked by Walton. That's not what happened, not in the slightest. He was snuck. He was absolutely told that he could not hit Walton or he would be shot. So I kind of think that's kind of unfair when somebody has a gun to you and says, if you hit my dad, I'll shoot you. Right? That's kind of unfair. So let's get this straight. So I was going through a moment that it was nobody else's business, but I was missing my mom. And if anybody has lost their parents out there, they know kind of like maybe what the struggle might be. Let me just tell you, it's not easy when you lose your parents. I lost my mom when I was young. I was 12 years old when I lost my mom. And life without her just hasn't been the same. But I've never had a moment where I absolutely just missed my mom so much and I needed my mom. Okay. So I know that there are ways to talk to the dead, to see the dead, whatever it is. Either way, I know that you can do it. And for some reason, I wasn't able to, and that upset me. So I went to the person who I knew could help me in that aspect. That would be Walton. Somebody who I thought was a friend, somebody who I thought was actually sincere in what they said. When it turns out, in actuality, they're just the biggest manipulator I've ever met in my life. I've never met somebody that will manipulate you spiritually and physically. I just couldn't fathom it because I had never gone through it before. Until now. This dude, right? Walton, he was one of my exes. But he was a friend since I was 15 years old. I'm 39. I just turned 39 yesterday. And I've never had somebody do me as dirty as that man has. That man has done nothing but lied, smeared, betrayed on all types of levels of my trust, my friendship, or everything. Okay, I cheated on him. Great. That's great. So in turnaround, he decided that it would be a great idea to get back at me and tell my deepest, darkest secrets that I've ever told him. Lies and bullshit and everything else. Lies and bullshit and everything else, you know what I mean? Like, he just wouldn't stop. He just kept coming at my boyfriend also, like, you inserted yourself into my relationship, bro. I went to you for nothing other than an ear, a friendly ear 3 years ago. And you couldn't take what was being told to you. You couldn't comprehend. You couldn't grasp. You just didn't want to hear it. You thought that I was going to be your girlfriend, and I didn't want to. I told you that. You gave me an ultimatum. You said either be with me or get out of my life for good. And what I do, I turned the fuck around, walked the fuck up out of your house, and said bye. Called me an hour later, crying his eyes out. I can't believe you did this to me, Ashley-Lynn. I can't believe this. I didn't do anything. We aren't together. Made a video breaking up with me. Again, we aren't together. I should have had his ass 302'd right then and there. But here I am, being a caring, compassionate friend, knowing what it's like when you get 302'd per some of our mutual friends and stuff. And I didn't want to put somebody that I cared about through that. When in all actuality, it probably would have been the best thing I could have done for it. You live and learn. That's all I can say is you live and learn. So, needless to say, there was a relationship, a special bond. I used to look up to that man as a teacher, as somebody who was wise. But I was wrong. I was wrong in all of it. And it's sad. It's real shitty, actually. This man has done and said so many awful things to me, about me, all because he was jealous of my boyfriend. You know, the other day he told me, when I saw him for court, which we'll get into that in a little bit, but he absolutely told me that he was envious of my boyfriend, that he wanted to be my boyfriend. He was my boyfriend. And that's sad. That's a sad thing. That's somebody who's not happy with themselves, you know? And boy, has he shown that in more ways than one. He doesn't like himself, not at all. He's not happy with himself. He's not confident with himself, not at all. If you're confident with yourself, if you're happy with yourself, you don't go around and don't put other people down. You just don't. Being a good person means being a good person in all, not just little bits and pieces of your life or whatever the case is. Like, you have to be all in all a good person. Like, do unto others as you would have do unto you, right? Basic law of life, right? Don't treat people shitty if you don't want to be treated shitty back, right? Yeah. Not this man. Walton doesn't understand that shit at all. So, needless to say, a lot of shit has gone on over the years, and especially these past 3 years have been just crazy with Walton. Because he doesn't know how to take a fucking hint, or he doesn't know how to listen when the words were being spoken to him. I told him from the rip I could not give him what he wanted. I just couldn't. I knew I didn't want to be with him. I knew I couldn't be with him. I didn't love him. I have love for him. I'm not in love with him. Never have been. He just didn't want to accept that. He thought he could change my mind. You can't change somebody's mind like that, especially not doing it the way that he was doing it. Everyone knows, anybody that knows me knows, I can take whatever you say about me and roll it off my shoulders, especially if it's not true. If it's not true, I don't give a fuck what you got to say. You can talk all you want to talk, but I know it's not true. And people know me that know that it ain't true. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need nobody. I don't need anybody to sit there and say that it's one way when it's not really that way. You know? I've lied in my life. Yes, absolutely I have. Who hasn't? But I'm not a liar. At least I try not to be. Dealing with situations between these two men have absolutely made me be a liar when I didn't want to. And it wasn't in malicious intent. It was always out of, I'm not trying to hurt nobody. Because I am a good person. I'm not evil or awful or whatever the fuck he says about me. I'm not that. I do have self-worth. I do know my worth. I do know that I'm an intelligent, smart, pretty happy-go-lucky kind of chick. Give you the shirt off my back if I had to, if you asked. And if my kids didn't need it, I'd give it to you. I don't understand people. I really don't like people at all. Like, I really don't. Because I don't like anything I can't comprehend. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Then I don't want nothing to do with it, right? I don't know. What I do know is my boyfriend did not get his ass kicked. I do know that he was brought into a situation that he shouldn't have been brought to. I know that I fucked up that night by going there. But you know what? I didn't, because everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Remember that. Believe it or not, it does. The past 5 or 6 years, I've been really doing like a deep down search to find out who I am, because I lost myself along the way. I forgot who I was. And it was hard. It was real hard. Get yourself back is one of the hardest things to do, right? To rework your brain and how you think about things, because of past traumas and tribulations and everything else that you go on throughout your life. It's hard to do. But I've been doing it. Believe me or not, I really don't give a fuck. I have receipts, and I'll put receipts up to show that I'm telling the truth. Nobody rewrote history. We were telling it how it actually went down. Walton, on the other hand, has a whole story. You do know that he's an author, correct? Like, he creates fantasy books. He's good at that shit. Well, to an extent. I don't really like his work, but, to each their own. But he created the event that he beat my dude's ass. No, he did not. Let's just say that plain and simple. No, the fuck, he did not. My dude did not beat my ass that night. No, he did not. Did I get smacked? Yeah, absolutely, which I deserved. And it wasn't he didn't do it because he was trying to hurt me or anything. He was trying to snap me back into reality to make me realize that I was at the person's house who has done hurt me the most of my life recently. I shouldn't have been there, and he was right. I went to Walton thinking that he was a friend, and I was putting my foot down because I was not going to have my boyfriend tell me that who I can and cannot be friends with when I'm not doing anything wrong or malicious or anything in that nature. I simply went to Walton because there was a spiritual thing. I wanted to get in contact with my mom. Like, whether you understand or don't, I don't care. It's not for you to understand. I'm just going to tell you my story. So, on my way over there, I started to do a live stream, right? Because why not? Why the hell not, right? That's why we're on YouTube. I don't know. You just want your voice to be heard, right? Can't speak. No one can hear you unless you speak. So I went over there, and there's been a lot going on between Walton and my dude, back and forth, for these past 3 years. Walton wants to say that my dude has been tormenting him. No, that's not true. That's not correct. I have messages to prove it. It has been the other way around. Walton has not stopped trying to step into our relationship, has not stopped trying to get my boyfriend to beat me up, has not stopped trying to tell him all these lies and things that I was doing and have done, just so that in hopes that if I wasn't with my dude, I would be with him. When in actuality, there's no fucking way in hell I would ever be with him. I don't care if my dude was no longer there. I don't care if I was all alone in this whole world and the only other person in this world was Walton. I still would not talk to that motherfucker nowhere, not near nada. Not near nada, you know what I mean? Like, no fucking way. Not after this, not after your true colors shine. Right? So I was upset. I really needed my mom. And so I went there to talk to him. And I apologized to him because I said, listen, he knows that I'm on my way, that I was coming here. So he's probably on his way here. Now, you two have said a whole lot to each other and had a whole lot to say without me being a part of, just being the pawn in their fucking little game back and forth. And I told him, here it comes. You wanted to fight. Here's your fight. Little did I know, Walton put on brass knuckles so that he could try to win. If you're a big old tough guy and you can handle your own, why do you need brass knuckles? Why do you have to make it an unfair fight? Why can't two people just duke it out? Whoever wins, wins. Whoever loses, loses. It is what it is. Call it a day. You live to fight another fight. You know what I mean? Like, that's man shit. At least I thought that's what man shit was. I don't know. This game that Walton played was a little boy, kitty come fuck me shit, and I don't like this shit. When I realized that I had gone down there and I was bringing trouble to his door, I went and sat outside of his house in my car. When my boyfriend showed up, I got out of my car. I stood there. He got out of his car. He came up to me, asked me what the hell I was doing there. I tried to explain to him. He didn't want to hear it. I got smacked. That's it. Just one smack. Okay, cool. I get it. To anybody who says, oh my God, he hit you, no, it's not, oh my God, he hit you. Because it was an, oh my God moment. Why the fuck was I even there type shit? Because Walton has destroyed other people's relationships to try to get to me. Because he thought it was a good idea. When you destroy somebody else's life, it's never a good idea. It's never good to put somebody else down. I don't care what the situation is. You never know what that person's going through in their head. You never know what they've been through. You don't know where they are in their life path. You know, like, who are you to put somebody down knowing damn well you shouldn't judge nobody. I guarantee you're not a saint. You know what I mean? You have no right to judge nobody. Well, my boyfriend was trying to get it through my thick head because I'm an Aries, stubborn, bullheaded bitch. That's me. Thought I shouldn't have been there to begin with. And it just so happened that, Walton had been talking so much shit and repeatedly texting my boyfriend all the time, all hours of the day and night, telling him to kill himself and all kinds of shit. Like, Walton is a fucked up individual. This whole narcissist channel that he has going on, he's the true narcissist. I hope anybody that recognizes it and listens to him actually understands and sees it, because he's giving you information and like trying to spit knowledge on something. The whole reason why he knows so much about it is because he's the one doing this shit. 9 times out of 10, everything that he says that I did or said or whatever the case was him actually doing it to me, or to my boyfriend, or what my boyfriend would do to me, or whatever the case was. Because me and my boyfriend have been played, Walton just inserting himself in places where he did not need to be. My business was no business of his, even though he thought it was. You can't save me. That's what he always said. I want to be your knight in shining armor. I want to be your knight in shining armor. I don't need a knight in shining armor, but I needed just a friend. There's somebody that's true and real and will tell me what it is and listen to me when I'm talking and yell at me when I'm wrong. And that's what I needed. I needed a true friend. Something he will never know how to be, especially not to me. Anybody else, I don't know, but definitely not to me. I don't think anybody else either, but because you actually have to have a heart for that, I think. He doesn't have one. He really doesn't care as long as he looks good. And he's little man syndrome, you know what I mean? Like when somebody's short, they got to go after all the tall people so they feel big about themselves, to make them feel better about themselves because they don't like that they're short. Yeah, that's him. So, so my dude is outside trying to get me to realize that I shouldn't even be there to begin with, right? And in the course of it, I was smacked about 3 times altogether. In the meantime, with me being smacked and having the little confrontation that me and him were having, Walton was standing in his doorway watching the whole thing, not saying or doing a damn thing to help me. He watched him smack me. He didn't say shit. So what kind of man are you that you let your friend, your so-called best friend, your favorite person in the whole world, as you claim, get hit by somebody when you know damn well they shouldn't be being hit? Right? What's that say about you? What's that say about your character? Fuck the fact that I fucking keep going back to this man or whatever. That's my business. That's my business, not his. It's my business. That's on me. But you didn't step in. You didn't try to stop it. You didn't say, hey, why don't you pick on somebody your own side? No, you didn't do any of that shit. You just sat there and said, damn, Ash, you let a man beat you. Holy cow, I can't believe you just did that. Well, he didn't beat me, first of all. He just smacked me, tried to get me to realize some shit. Because I'm stubborn. It's good old Aries in me. You know what I mean? Like, so that incident happens. Yes, one of his newsiest neighbors called the cops. Now, did I need the police? No. Was I hurt in any type of way? No, absolutely not. I was not. So I waited for the cops outside because, once again, I brought that shit to his door and there was no need to have cops brought to the door. So I waited for the cops to show up. When the cops showed up, I told her, I said, I'm sorry that I have wasted your time. I'm sorry that a neighbor couldn't mind their own business, but it was between me and my boyfriend. No, I'm not hurt. No, I'm not giving you a name. No, I'm not giving you any details. It is what it is. He's not here. Nothing happened. Everything's cool. Right? Cop said, okay, so you don't need police assistance. And I said, no, I do not. She went about her business because she has more important things to deal with. There's definitely more shit going on around in that hellhole that he lives in down there than what was going on that night. Cop leaves. I go upstairs. I go try and get back on go start up my live stream. Couldn't get into my StreamYards right at the moment because I was on somebody else's laptop, so I had to do the whole code thing. Couldn't get a code thing because my phone wasn't staying charged. So I was trying to figure all that shit out. Then here comes my boyfriend back again. Now I was told he's back outside. Okay, so I go back outside because I didn't understand why he was back there. Right, he already left. Why'd you come back? But he's talking to Walton's son. Stops him at this point, right? Stopped him and said, listen, if you touch my dad, I will shoot you. He had his gun on his hip. Okay. So my dude had some stones in his hand, trying to, if need be, I guess he was going to use it. I don't know. He didn't use them at all. So I don't know what that was about. But when somebody pulls a gun on you and says, huh, you can't do this or you'll be shot, I mean, sometimes you tend to listen to that. That's kind of like unfair. I didn't know that Walton had put his damn brass knuckles on. So now I go outside and I go to talk to my dude. And they're sitting there talking. And of course, Walton comes out. Then his youngest son comes out. His youngest son is 19, I believe. His oldest son's in his 20s. The one with the gun, he was in his 20s. But, which, matter of fact, Walton was never there for his first son, the one with the gun, his whole life. Because he let the baby's mom's family threaten him, or whatever the case was. I don't care what it is. Whatever it is, you were not man enough to be a father to your son, and that's pretty shitty. You're a pretty shitty person for that. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to talk shit about that. Because it's none of my business. It is what it is. That's between them. I know that his youngest son, the one who caused my boyfriend to be able to be snuck in the first place, has gone through some real hard times. His mom was a heroin addict. And women, you know what I mean? Not my anybody, but I'm not a heroin addict. Never had. Talk shit back. My bad. My bad. So let's continue. So finally, we got those two broken up, because they were wrestling on the ground and stuff. My dude still did not hit him because he promised me and didn't want to get shot. And then here's Walton boasting like he fucking did something great when he came into the house after all was said and done. No, bro, you didn't do shit. Needless to say, at this point, I didn't know that he had brace knuckles on. I didn't know until the next day. You don't have straight line cuts on your face and on your nose and shit like that when you get hit by just knuckles. You can tell when somebody hits you with brass knuckles. You're not a big tough guy if you had to use a weapon to beat somebody who promised they weren't going to fight, kept their promise. Also, because they were also fearful because they were going to get shot. He's been shot before. He doesn't like it. It hurts. You know what I mean? Like, the hell? Walton, you're not tough. In fact, in my eyes, you're pretty much a cowardly bitch. Like, I could have probably beaten you the fuck up had I actually tried. Cowardly bitch shit is what it is. He got his fifis and acted like a bitch. Instead, he should have taken his fifis to the fucking showers and manned the fuck up and fought like a man, if that's what he wanted to do. I understand that it was my fault. I understand this. And I'm so sorry for causing that situation to happen. I did not do anything malicious. There was no evil intent behind it. Nothing. I just wanted to be able to talk to my mom. I didn't know Walton because I kept saying to my dude that I only wanted to be with him, that I didn't want to be with Walton at all. That wasn't why I was there. I was there just to speak to him about some spiritual things like that because, he was somebody who I looked up to and shit like that. Not no more. But Walton proceeded to tell me that I was a piece of shit and I was awful and not to come back to his life anymore. Definitely not come back to his house. I said, okay, I left. Once he hop on my live stream again, my dude called me, Walton called me. Walton told me, I'm sorry, Ash, come back, come back. I didn't mean it. You were my friend. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say those things, nasty things to you like I always do. Just come back and do your live stream, whatever you want to do. And for a minute there, I actually turned around and went to go back. And then I realized what my dude had been saying. And I didn't need to be there. I shouldn't have been there. And he was right. He was absolutely 100% right. I should not have been there. I shouldn't have gone to Walton for anything. He didn't deserve my time. He didn't deserve to give me advice for anything. He'd been such a piece of shit the past 3 years. There was no reason I should have even given him that chance. Stupid me, huh? Yeah. Live and learn. That's all I can say is live and learn. So before I got back to Walton's house, I realized that I was stupid for turning around to go back there. And I went to go home because that's where I needed to be. I needed to go home. I needed to think about shit. I needed to get everything right. But I do know Walton is not a friend. Why? Because you don't let somebody you claim you care for so much get hit and you just stand there and do nothing. You don't say nothing. You don't do nothing. You just stand there like a bitch and just watch. And then tell me about myself afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what a man does. That's not what a man does. I don't care who you are. You're not a man, Walton. You're just not a man. A little boy. Always will be. It's a shame. You would think that you would have grown by now. Claim have grown. You haven't grown. Maybe you have grown, just to a more evil piece of shit. You know, that's my take on you. I don't know if it's real or right or whatever the case is, but that's my take. From my experience, you're a piece of shit. You're a coward. You're a little boy who talks shit. Gets in his fifis because he can't have what he wants. I would never be with somebody as awful of a person as Walton. My dude's not that bad, dude. That Walton claims he is. He's not. He's loving, caring, takes care of his whole family, provides, even on the days where he definitely doesn't want to, or his family or anybody doesn't deserve the things that he does for them. He's a great dude. Somebody I'm proud to have on my side. Somebody who actually cares about me and my well-being. Regardless of what Walton says, he's nothing of what Walton says. Everything that Walton says is just lies, projections, things that he's upset with about himself. It's all a reflection of how he feels about himself. That's not my dude. That's not who he is. This is a sad thing that this actually even went on. You know what I mean? Like, that was my fault. I tried to tell Walton that I was not going to come back there. And he proceeded to tell me, come on, Ashley-Lynn, come on, Ashley-Lynn, just come back here, just come back here. No. A true friend would have understood and respected my fucking boundaries and understood when I said I needed to go home because that's where I needed to be. Not, oh, you don't need a man like that. You need a man like me. No, 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 no. No, I don't. I don't want a man nothing like you because you're not a man. You're a little boy. Bitch shit. Little boy bitch shit. Walton is little boy bitch shit. That's what it is. Plain and simple. When I explained things to my dude, he understood to an extent. I mean, he's still a little confused and can't comprehend why I would go there to begin with when Walton has done so much bad, hurtful things. He's tried to have my kids taken away from me. He's lied, called DFS on me, lied to my family, my friends, saying I did shit that I didn't do, just so that I had nobody else to go to but to him. Who does that shit? Who does that kind of shit? You don't do that shit to people you love. You don't act that way. If you're a good person, you definitely don't act that way. If you're a little boy bitch, then you do act that way. So I get that. I understand that. Hmm. I just want everybody to understand. Don't believe a fucking thing Walton says. He's a fucking liar. I have receipts. I have voicemails. I have cash apps. I have everything to prove that what I'm saying is the truth. And what he's saying is a lie. It's a fucking sad day when you have to lie about the shit so you feel better about yourself. And then to go online immediately after claiming and bragging about how he won and he beat somebody up. Why are you bragging about beating somebody up? That's not cool. You think you're cool now because you were a tough guy? You weren't really a tough guy when you used brass knuckles. Had you have just used your fist and completed and done what you did, and had he actually fought back, then you could say that you were kind of a man. But I know damn well you would have gotten your ass kicked, stomped, wiped the floor with. Stop telling lies, Walton. I'm over the shit. I'm over it. I'm gonna start putting up pictures of our text messages back and forth. Because I'm so fucking fed up with everything that your fucking mouth spills. I'm tired of it. You're building a channel on my life, on saying things that you did to me. I didn't do that shit to you. Yeah, I left you in my apartment and left because you couldn't understand the words, get the fuck out. I told you, get the fuck out. I didn't want to be with you. You didn't listen. You wanted to stay. You wanted to try to work things out. I didn't want to work things out with you. I wanted to go. I was with him. I wanted to be with him. You were just too stupid to fucking comprehend what the fuck I was saying. Thought you could change my mind because you're author Steve Walton, historian, you're a historian. No, you're a fucking douchebag, pussy ass faggot, yo. That's what you are. Telling me that you have these hidden fucking desires that you want to have fulfilled and shit, and the only one you can trust with it is me and shit. Man, fuck that. I don't want to fuck you in your ass. No, I don't want to try that with you. I'm cool. I'm sorry that your brother raped you and shit like that. I'm sorry that your dad was the way he was towards you. That's not my fucking fault. Stop taking your past traumas and all that bullshit out on me. Man the fuck up, be a fucking grown ass man, and move the fuck on with your life. That's what I need you to do. Forget you even knew me. Stop calling me. Stop fucking leaving voicemails. Stop fucking texting me. I don't want anything to do with you. It'll be a cold day in hell, and I'll be the last fucking bitch on earth before I ever fucking call you for another fucking thing or ever try to be in your presence. I don't think I'm better than anybody, but I know that I'm better than you, and I know that he's better than you, and I know that 9 out of 10 people are probably better than you. You sit there, you talk shit on my friends, you make things up about my best friend and shit that she does because you're jealous of her channel and who she is, and God forbid you're nice in a chat with somebody who you have ill feelings for. You know what I mean? Like, God forbid you be a man and do that kind of shit. No, you can't even do that shit. I have messages and screenshots of that shit too. You put me on block so that nobody could hear what I had to say back to everything that you've ever said on YouTube. Why? Because you're a lying piece of shit, bitch ass little boy. It's fucking sad and pathetic. I don't want you, don't want nothing to do with you. I'm sorry I even met you. I learned a whole lot from you. Sometimes I really wish I wasn't so fucking stubborn. But that's me. I'm a stubborn bitch. Sorry about the train, y'all. There's a train going. Let me mute real quick. You told me once that you were recently that you were so upset with yourself because of how far you were. Oh, that sounds awful. But you were so wrapped up in trying to get with me or be with me or whatever the case was that you weren't even there for your son, your youngest son, who at first you moved back over here from Florida and left behind, right? You had to bring him up here. But then when you got him up here and shit, like, you still weren't with him, like spending time with him, right? You're staying in your baby mom's house of your first son that you weren't there for his entire life. You're staying in that household. The house is falling apart. It rains on the inside when it rains outside. You're nothing special, Walton. Nothing special at all. It's sad. The day that I was there and I made dinner and stuff, it was because me and my daughter were hungry. That's why I made dinner, not to play family with you. I didn't want to play family with you. I wanted to eat. My kid needed to eat. It was a moment we had. No, it wasn't a fucking moment. We were fucking hungry. What do people do when they eat? They cook. I'm sorry, I can cook. But either way, your son came back up here, right? And your son was walking around the streets of Philadelphia and Colwyn and Darby, the places where you used to get your ass kicked growing up with my first husband, with a knife, praying to God that somebody would attack him so that he either got the chance to kill somebody and get his aggression out or be killed because he didn't want to be around in this world anymore because of the shit that you have been putting him through. You have scammed people dollars with GoFundMe. You weren't losing your place because of me. I didn't do nothing. You weren't paying my fucking bills. If you were paying my fucking bills, I would have lost my apartment. Okay? The only thing that you did, you didn't even pay for the car that you got me. All you did was sign for it. I got that money together for that. And then wrecked it before the first payment was even due. All you did was pay for my goddamn cell phone and my internet bill. Why? So that I could talk to your fucking ass. That's all you did. Yeah, you gave me some money for a couple Christmas presents during Christmas time 2 years ago. But my dude has been the one that's been there for me through everything. Or I made money myself. By whatever means, but I did it myself. You, sir, are a liar all the way around. Nobody believes me. I have witnesses. I have people. I have text messages. Tons and tons of text messages and call logs and cash apps of you trying and sending and begging and pleading for me to be with you. Time to move the fuck on, Walton, and leave me and my dude's name out your motherfucking mouth. Because I'm fed up. What you're doing now is harassing. You have been stalking, harassing, and abusing. And I should have you locked up. You have put death threats out on me. Your sons have made death threats on me. I have proof of that shit. I didn't do none of that to you. I didn't do none of that to you. In fact, I kind of left you alone. I put you on block. I didn't ghost you. I put you on block and told you I put you on block because of your actions and how you were treating me and the way that you were speaking to me, and I didn't want to tolerate it anymore. And that's why your ass went on block. Not because I was ghosting you. I didn't give two fucks about what you were doing. I didn't care about your little fucking dick not getting up fucking ass. You're an awful person. And I'm sorry that I met you. I'm not sorry for the lessons I've learned because they have made me a better person and who I am today. And I'm also sad for your kids. Your kids are good kids. It's a shame that they have to call you their father, that you are the man that they look up to. Your son is the way he is. Your older son is the way he is. And he's a good person because you weren't around. Your youngest son, he's fucked up now. He's going to need some therapy. He's going to need some time to heal from all the bullshit that you have fucking caused him throughout his life. Beating up drug dealers and shit to get his mom safe because you weren't around for that. And meanwhile, she's getting high with him in the house and all that shit. Like, your son was 9 years old beating up a drug dealer? The kid's a pretty badass kid. You, sir, are shit. Shit on a stick. And not a long stick either. You're a short stick. Fuck. Sad, pathetic. And I feel bad for you. I wish you the best. I hope you find who makes you happy. who is your other half. But it's not me. It's never going to be me, and I don't ever want it to be me. No, I do not want to do business with you. No, I do not want to make you money. No, I do not want to do anything with you. Nothing. I don't ever want to speak to you, hear from you, whatever the case is. Nothing. You're a low-life piece of shit little boy. Carwin trash is what you are. The best part of you slid down your mama's ass crack. She should have swallowed your ass when she had the chance. It's sad, but it's true. Now, please, sir, leave me the fuck alone. Stop calling me. Stop messaging me. I'm going to change my number once again because I can't deal with your bullshit no more. And grow the fuck up, finally. Maybe do something. Turn your life around so that you can be better for your kids. All I know is stay the fuck out of my life. Stay the fuck out of my dude's life. And anybody that we're associated with, stay the fuck away from them. Because you're an awful person. In no way, shape, or form do I want any type of your energy anywhere around me. It is negative, it is black, it is dark, and your heart is poison. You are a lost soul. You are evil. You're not gray. You're evil as fuck. Dark as fuck. Negative. Positivity is just a fucking show for you. It ain't real. You don't stand behind your words. You're an awful person. And I want nothing more to do with you. So, let the record be set. You did not beat my dude's ass. You stuck my dude. He would have wiped the floor with you. You're a bitch. Always will be a bitch. I'm sorry, little boy. The game is over. Stop talking shit. Move the fuck on. Find a different subject. Go create your little fucking fantasy fucking fairy tales off in your little fairy fucking wonderland and be your own Prince Charming knight in shining armor and save your fucking self. Save your kids. And save anybody else the fucking heartache of ever being associated with you. Just leave people the fuck alone. Until you learn how to treat people and what people are worth, my suggestion to you, just shut your fucking mouth. Everything you say is garbage. Piss. Shitty information. Shitty information. Good luck to anybody who comes encounter with this man. Just know you're being lied to from the moment he says hi. And my name, Ashley-Lynn Storm, is not because of Dragon Storm. Okay, cool. Dragon Storm, cool. No, it's because I'm a storm. Everybody says I'm a chaotic, I'm a chaotic fucking mess, right? I know this. I'm okay with this, and I accept this, and I've been working on this. But I'm a storm, right? The eye of the storm, it's always calm. And I am one with nature, as we all are. Hence the name Gaia. Gaia Storm, that's my name. Nothing to do with association of Dragon Storm, because you're a fucking mess. Good luck to you. I'm glad I finally see the truth and know what it is now. It is what it is. Things happened. Life goes on. Move the fuck on and move the fuck up out of my life. Thanks for listening, y'all. Whether you believe me or not, I really don't care because what you think of me or what is none of my fucking business. For real, for real. But I'm just putting the record out there and setting the record straight. I'm going to start putting up pictures to put up the receipts to back my story and to show that I'm telling the truth in case anybody has doubts. But go back, look at some of my live streams. Look at the live stream I did when I threw the receipts up last time. He asked me numerous times, can you please take down what you said about me? No, I won't take it down because it's the truth. I didn't do anything but that live stream. Nobody told you to kill yourself. In fact, I actually did a wellness check on you and I don't like calling cops at all. So stop telling people that I tried to make you kill yourself because I didn't. Learn to be a better person. It's my suggestion. Be a better person. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Y'all have a great day. A great night. Whenever time you're seeing this. Thanks for watching it. Hope you can see through the bullshit. If you have questions, hit me up. I'm not afraid to answer shit. At this point, it is what it is. And me and my dude, we're stronger than ever. Thank you for that. He is my one. And I'm happy, so happy and lucky to have found that one. If anybody doesn't like it, I don't give a fuck. To him, my dude, I love you with all my heart. And thank you for putting up with my dumb shit. It's going to be a new day and age, baby. And we're going to be great. No matter what.